Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, Mrs. Hera, Mrs. Lita, and Miss Irma. My name is Nurin Fatiha Maulida, and this time I will present the lesson that I get from our assignment video. Okay, first of all, this video is a recording video of lesson in 9th grade with a biology subject that discuss about the topic of worms. The first lesson that I get from that video is the teacher using trigger question. At the beginning of the lesson, the teacher gives trigger question about topics they have discussed previously, such as topics about sponges and nutrients. This trigger question serves to recall students' memories about what they understood in the previous topic. Next is moving activity in class. So the teacher invites students to move their hands like the tentacles movement that they discussed in the topic of polyps. Also, the teacher invites students to form long worms with their hands. Movement like this can make it easier for students to memorize material and can increase student enthusiasm for learning so that they don't get bored in class. Next is presentation. In this class, the teacher also used presentation methods carried out by students. The presentation method is used to transfer knowledge effectively and efficiently, foster cooperation, learn to be responsible for data discovery, and can create a more enjoyable learning process. Apart from that, learning using the presentation method can increase student self-confidence and communication skill. Next is create learning media. To make it easier for students to understand the thermoplastic layer, the teacher gives students clay which will be shaped to resemble a thermoplastic layer. Students look enthusiastic when making this learning media because activities like this are also learning activities while playing so that students don't get bored. Okay, for the last, the teacher used constructivist approach, also persuasive and appreciation words or sentence. Constructivist approach is the way teacher serves as a facilitator and guides students in exploring their own knowledge as well as developing their own concept of knowledge that they obtain through learning experience. While in the class, the teacher used persuasive sentence such as say it nice and loud or raise your hand if you have blah blah blah. Now, this sentence to encourage students to be active in class. Next is persuasive sentence. The teacher also oftenly use this sentence such as good job or give them a round of applause for increase student enthusiasm for studying. Okay, for the conclusion, this learning activity with the topic of worms is an interesting lesson because the teacher used many activities to encourage students to be active in class. The teacher also explained the material clearly so it is easy to understand. For the student also look enthusiastic in several moments, but in several activities, But in some moments, students also seems little embraced to be actively involved in answering the teacher's question. Okay, that's the presentation from me about the lesson that I get from that video, our assignment video, Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.